How to get a free Tesla, the $64,000 question. First of all, I am going to make the statement that there is no such thing as a free lunch. Yes, you could enter some online competition to win a Tesla, but that is not a guarantee of anything, any more than you can be guaranteed to become an overnight millionaire by buying a lottery ticket. Having said that, there is a way to achieve your goal of a free Tesla without having to dip into your current household budget, just by having a strategy and taking a few simple steps that will make a new Model 3 a reality for you within a certain period of time. To start with, I will state that I live in a market where Teslas are relatively expensive, and as discussed in a previous video, there is no state government assistance for buying a Tesla, because the cheapest Model 3 costs just under $64,000, more than the maximum allowable cost that will qualify a vehicle for the Queensland state government $3,000 EV incentive. So I am giving here an example that is relevant for me, and it may even be easier for you to afford a Tesla in your market, if for example you live in the US and qualify for some kind of federal or state incentive, and also because the price of a Model 3 is lower in the US. The question, how do I get a free Tesla, is similar to the question, how do you eat an elephant, the answer of course being one bite at a time. Apologies to all you vegans and animal lovers out there, but this is just an analogy, and you might prefer the analogy of eating a field full of giant pumpkins. So, if we break down the $64,000 cost of a Tesla Model 3 in Queensland over the 8-year battery warranty period, the cost comes to $8,000 a year, $667 a month, $154 a week or $22 a day. I do of course have to state that if you are going to borrow the money up front, there will be interest costs over 8 years, but I am going to ignore that because when I buy the Model 3 I will get a few $1,000s by selling my existing car. I will also be saving a lot of money by using electricity as my fuel. There will also be reduced servicing costs because I no longer need to do oil changes, and brake pads last a lot longer because of regenerative braking, so my calculations here are purely for the vehicle itself, and I am assuming that the interest costs will be compensated for by the fuel and servicing savings, the sale of the old car, etc. Plus, I won't be getting the Model 3 immediately because of the current wait time, so I have up to 9 months to save up some of the purchase price before I take delivery, so that will also help reduce the interest cost. Right off the bat, you can see that whatever your weekly fuel cost is from driving a gas car, you can deduct some of that from the weekly cost of driving an electric car. The way the price of gas is right now, that adds up to $2 a litre or more here in Australia, so if my current small car gets 8 litres per 100 kilometres and I drive 200 kilometres a week, that's $16. That's not a lot, but here's where it gets interesting. You see, right now, I am working from home, so in theory I don't need to use my car at all apart from the occasional trip to church or to drop off my recycling at the recycling depot. But in fact I have a side hustle going on in my life called Uber Eats delivery driving, and every kilometre I drive in that activity is deductible as a tax deduction at the rate of about 72 cents per kilometre, and of course I earn money for every delivery I make. Over the course of a week I can easily make that $154, in fact I can do that in a single day, or if I am not working for a full day, I can do that over a weekend. So there is a way for someone who already has a full-time job to afford a $64,000 Tesla just by spending a couple of hours a day delivering meals to people, and in my experience it's a fun job. I get to have needed exercise, I get to drive around my city and see the sights, and of course once I have my Tesla Model 3, that will be even more fun, because I will be driving a car with lots of fun features, really awesome performance, silent and luxurious. What point is there in having a fantastic car and it just sits in your garage, and you never experience it? So yeah, tell me what you think of this plan. Would you like to have a free Tesla? Maybe it's not as simple as it sounds, but it could also be a lot of fun for you. Leave your comments below and like and subscribe if you would like a free Tesla.